Hi everyone, I'm Alina, the enchanting enigma. Want to see a magic trick? Choose a card. Ready? Hocus pocus. Is this your card? Are you sure? Well, I should keep working on that one. Let's begin. But before I continue, make sure to like and subscribe. I grew up in one of the most beautiful places on earth, Norway. I loved everything about my home. The natural beauty, the epic history, even the grumpy shopkeeper at the corner store. But the best part was the northern lights. Every year, starting around September, shimmery curtains of light appeared in the sky like a giant kaleidoscope. With my family, we went to see them every night, making bonfires, toasting marshmallows, and telling Viking stories. Those are my most cherished memories. I say memories because those times ended abruptly.
Your father and I are getting a divorce. I'm in love with my business partner Hans, and we're moving to Argentina.
That wasn't even the worst part.
Astrid, you're coming with me. You're too young to be without your mother.
But Mom, I want to stay with Alina.
It's not up for discussion. Pack your things right now.
Growing up, my little sister Astrid idolized me. She was 2 years younger and thought everything I did was amazing, especially my magic tricks. For my next trick, I'll make a piece of gold appear out of thin air. Wow. Okay, technically it was a chocolate candy with gold foil, but Astrid still loved it. She was my biggest fan, even when I didn't believe in myself. So I was devastated about her leaving, but Mom's mind was made up. And just like that, she left me with my dad and my big brother Frederick. Of course I love them, but let's just say they are...
Vikings?
Not the word I have in mind. Immature? They spent all their time playing Vikings like children.
Check out the spoils of our last hunting trip, sis.
Frederick, shut up. You bought that from a grocery store. You're not a real Viking.
Tell that to the village we just razed to the ground. Good one, son.
Still, I always had fun with them. I even went to some Viking battle reenactments. It was better than staying home alone. We still went camping under the northern lights from time to time, but it wasn't the same without Astrid. I wish Astrid was here too.
Me too.
Fast forward 9 years later. I was a senior in high school, and after a lot of training, I finally started getting magic shows. At first, I'd put on shows in backyards for my classmates' birthday parties. For my first trick, I'm going to pull a rabbit out of my... Bunny? Where are you? Oops. Yeah, sometimes things go wrong, but eventually I got really good. And every time I looked out at the audience, a part of me was hoping to see Astrid sitting there clapping and laughing like she did when we were kids. She was still all the way across the world. She grew up to be a full hippie, completely in love with nature. For the first 2 years, we talked every single day, even despite the time difference. Did you watch the last MSA video? Of course, it was amazing. She is my new favorite main character, at least until tomorrow. But then we started talking only once a week, then once a month. Over time, Astrid grew colder and colder until one day, she snapped. First, I was pulling this really long handkerchief from my mouth. Suddenly, a kid from the audience grabbed the end. Before we knew it, we were both rolling up in it, turning into a giant handkerchief burrito on stage. And oh God, can you stop talking about that? There are bigger problems in this world. Who cares about stupid magic anyway? Then she hung up. Rude. I tried calling back a million times, but Astrid ghosted me. Well, she was a teenager after all. They all have mood swings, right? But when a few months passed since Astrid had gone radio silent, I started getting worried. I called my mother and Hans, but neither was helpful.
She can't come to the phone right now. She's playing football.
Isn't it like midnight there?
Yeah, I'm so late. Oh, good night.
Oh, that Elena. Right. Your sister's not home. Bye.
But with no other choice, I got a plane ticket to pay them a surprise visit. I only sent Astrid a DM so she knew I was coming, but again, there was no reply. Okay guys, see you when I get back. Try not to burn the house down.
I can't promise that. I'm still saying don't go. It's okay. Have a safe flight, kiddo.
When I got to the airport, I didn't even have time to step into the security line before I had the shock of a lifetime. Hey sis, excuse me? Who are you, Astrid? You look so different. What are you doing here? I was just about to go see you. I know. I read your text when I took back my phone in the middle of my escape. Luckily, they didn't know how to work Instagram, so they hadn't read it. Escape? Who is they? What's going on? I need you to hide me. Nobody can know I'm here, not even Dad and Frederick. Before I could ask any of the million questions I had, Astrid took us outside and put us in a cab. What's with all the secrecy? Did you rob a bank or something? Of course not, sis. Why would you ever say such a thing? Astrid kept looking nervously at the taxi driver. A few minutes later, he dropped us and Astrid pulled me into an alleyway. Tell me what you know. About why you're here? Nothing. I called you nonstop for months. Tell me what's going on before I call Mom. No, don't call her. Mom changed a lot after we moved. She does whatever Hans says, and he's a monster. Like a real one. Months ago, he took my phone and kept me locked in my room. Are you for real? I can't tell you more than this for now. The first thing I did after escaping was get a ticket here. I need you. You're my last hope, sis. Astrid's story was disturbing. I had to help her. She was my baby sister. So we went to the mall to give her a makeover. New clothes, new hair color, different lenses. But I didn't know if her disguise would fool anyone. You really think Dad's not gonna recognize his own daughter? I don't think so. He hasn't seen me in person since I was 7. Plus, Dad and Frederick aren't exactly geniuses. No offense. I was a little offended, but she wasn't wrong. As we got home, I almost fainted from the smell. There was trash everywhere, food smeared on the walls.
Alina, you're back! Dad, Alina's back! Thank Thor!
What the heck happened here? I've only been gone a few hours.
I told you we'd be lost without you. Who's your friend?
Dad looked at Astrid in confusion.
You remind me of someone.
Probably some international superstar or model. I get that a lot. Frederick, Dad, this is Ruby. Love your place.
Thanks, Ruby. You're a gem. Good one, Dad.
I rolled my eyes and pulled Astrid upstairs. Then my phone rang. It's Mom. Please, sis, you can't tell her I'm here. I picked up the phone, and when Mom asked me if I'd heard from Astrid, I denied it.
Your sister is in serious trouble. Please tell me if you hear from her.
Before I could say anything, she snatched the phone from my hand. Dear customer, your coverage is currently out of range. Please try again later. I felt weird, but I shrugged it off, and later I talked to my dad about Ruby staying with us for a little while. Dad was so happy I hadn't gone to Argentina that he agreed right away. Thanks, Alina, you're a lifesaver. Hey, I can book some magic show for tomorrow. You know, I'm a really big hit here, so you can come. Actually, I wanted to check out this new environmental facility nearby. Oh, okay, I guess we can do that. When we got there, it was just like a normal, boring factory site. But then Astrid broke a window, opened its latch, and started crawling in. What are you doing? Breaking in? Hush! Either come with me or shut up and stay here quietly. Feeling totally weirded out, I reluctantly followed her as she moved down the corridors. When she reached the office, she started going through the drawers and took several documents. Astrid, this is illegal! Don't worry, I know the owner. Then she grabbed some spray paint from her bag and started painting the walls. She wrote something in really big, sloppy letters. Dentures? It says destroyers. Oh, right. Oh, what? Just then, sirens wailed in the distance. Run! I thought you said you knew the owner. I do. He's my arch nemesis. What? I never said we were friends. We raced out of there as fast as we could and make it home without being caught. Why would you do something like that? Will you tell me what's going on? Can't. And don't be so uptight, sis. It was just a little fun. Thankfully, the next few days were less crazy. Astrid still avoided coming to my magic shows. She was really busy with her plan, but every time I asked about it, she would change the subject or run off who knows where. I decided to find out the truth, so I started going through her things. In her purse, there were some huge piles of cash. There must be a logical explanation. Maybe she subscribed to MSA and won their amazing weekly prize of $10,000, right? What? You haven't subscribed yet? What are you waiting for? Remember that this only works on YouTube, not on other low-end platforms such as TikTok. As soon as Astrid came back, I confronted her. Astrid, where did all this money come from? Oh, that. I saved up a bunch from working at a restaurant in Buenos Aires. Then she started a long and passionate speech about the environment. I was angry and confused, but also a little proud of her. She had so much passion and knowledge. She kept talking until we both fell asleep. In fact, I think she kept talking even in her sleep. The next morning, my dad was scrambling around the house searching for something.
My savings! I kept all my cash in random cereal boxes, but it's all gone now!
I told you to open a bank account. Then it hit me. Oh no, Astrid. I ran upstairs to confront her. You need to give that money back. What are you talking about? You stole Dad's money. What? No, I didn't. You're just mad because I didn't go to your stupid magic show. I'm sorry. I'm just too busy saving the world. She stormed out of the room. She was out of control. First, she'd almost gotten us arrested, and now she was stealing from our dad and even calling my magic stupid after everything I did for her. I'd had enough. Knowing she wasn't telling me the whole truth, I called Mom right away.
You did the right thing calling me, sweetie.
Astrid needs help before she ends up in prison. I went to school, but when I came back, all of Astrid's bags were gone. Then Frederick appeared dragging a wooden boat into the kitchen.
Check it out, sis! A real Viking boat!
That's a canoe, Frederick.
Frederick, how did you pay for that boat? I found a bunch of money in a box of Cocoa Puffs. So cool!
Oh no, so it wasn't Astrid who'd taken the money. What if she was telling the truth all along? My sister had come home for the first time in years, and I totally betrayed her. I needed to find her. I called her over and over, but again, no response. Then I decided to tell Dad the truth. When he found out that Ruby was Astrid, his face lit up again. A part of him already knew. Still, the rest of the news wasn't that good. Just as we were about to jump into our car to look for Astrid, an all-black car with a chauffeur pulled into our driveway. Out of it came Mom, Hans, and a huge bodyguard.
Where is she? Mom?
We need to find your sister right away.
She stole my money from me, and she vandalized my construction project. I knew you helped her, Alina. If you don't help me find her, you are gonna end up in jail, just like your idiot sister. Don't you dare talk to my child like that!
Dad tackled Hans, but then the huge bodyguard came for us. Frederick let out a Viking war cry and lunged at him. Soon our front yard became the scene of a fierce battle. But don't panic, we have a weapon up our sleeve, my magic. As Dad and Frederick were trying to beat the bodyguard, I decided to catch Hans. So I grabbed my magician coat and hat, and with a wave, cards flew straight at Hans's face like little arrows. Then I threw my rabbit at Hans, who is quite a fierce little biter. Then I pulled out my handkerchief, magically turned it into a rope, and then managed to tie up Hans with it. Just then, help arrived. But it wasn't the regular police, it was some kind of secret service. And they immediately arrested Hans and Mom. Turns out their new factory that Astrid had broken into was located in a zone and used certain chemicals that could lead to an environmental disaster. They had falsified the safety tests and all the permits. When Astrid found out, she tried to go public, and that's why they were keeping her locked in her room. After escaping, she came here to collect more evidence before presenting the story to the authorities, who quickly located the people responsible. Yep, my mom and Hans. However, Astrid was still nowhere to be found. She was gone. About a year later, I had my biggest magic show yet, and I nailed it. Towards the end of it, I dedicated the show to Astrid. My sister is my favorite person in the world, and I miss her. Wherever she is, I hope she knows how proud of her I am, because she grew up to be this amazing, brave person. And after the show, I went to my favorite viewing spot to see the Northern Lights, since it was the season for them. I kind of felt closer to Astrid in this spot too, because if you think about it, maybe the lights wouldn't be here if she hadn't fought for the environment. It was like I could hear her there. Alina! Alina! Like she was right there with me. Alina, are you deaf? Can't you hear me? Wait, Astrid? I looked around and she was really there. I leapt up and hugged her. Oh my God, you're here! I decided I should check out that magician that everybody keeps talking about. I thought magic was so stupid and not real. I used to think that till I heard that magic kicked Hans's butt. Since then, it's my second favorite thing, right after nature. We both laughed for a second, then we apologized to each other and hugged. Remember guys, siblings should stick together. That is the first rule of families. I called Dad and Frederick to join us. So after all these years, we were finally seeing the Northern Lights as a family again. And that was the most magical moment ever.